from Georgia. Will is on the phone. That means it looks like a trade did not go through.
Yeah.
And here we go. The pick is in.
We got some names then.
Unofficially, the pick is in.
Are any coaches in there that we can kind of get a hint from?
That's what we're trying to look at.
Coaches are getting smart nowadays, right?
They're standing to the right-hand side.
Kind of stay out of the line of fire.
We're handing out the fun. I think this is
this looks like a draft pick.
I think this is going to be offensive line.
You think it's so too? You think it's going to be Booker?
I think we're looking at Booker probably.
We got some hand claps. We got some hugs. We got to stand up.
Yeah, the pick is made.
Pick is in.
I'm going to go with you, Bobby, here. I think just the tea leaves that we had been hearing, Gray Zabel, Tyler Booker, it felt like it was stronger for Booker as we got deeper and deeper into this draft day.
Zabel didn't even make sense. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, I think
Zabel at 12.
That was a smokescreen.
Man.
Brian Schottenheimer.
There was a lot of conversation here. This was not an easy decision.
Well, I think with McMillan going off the board, then
that changed things.
It changed things a lot for them. It really, really did. So, if in fact it is, I know Vach, you and I do our show together, and you've been a fan of Booker all along. If this in fact is the pick, so
yes, sir. It'll be a happy day for sure if it's Tyler Booker, and you would make the interior powerful. We always say that Dak is really good dealing with those those edge rushers.
Clayton Adams is on the phone, by the way.
Clayton Adams on the phone. If tackle breaks down for you kind of got to feel that Dak can handle that. But it's when B gap breaks down, it's when A gap breaks down that we really have these issues. So if you can really fix guard and you're powerful at right guard, you're powerful at left guard, you're powerful at center, then you're really solid for that front there. So if this is indeed Booker, I take it back. You're not just solid, like you're strong as hell up in there.
Yeah.
You're really mauling people up in there.
Yeah, I personally would love Booker. He's my guard one, 6'4", 321, no sacks allowed last year, first team All-American. This guy's hard to move, man. Hard to move. He's a great run blocker, gets to the second level really well. Brian Schottenheimer has not been secretive about the fact that he wants to run the ball and be physical up front. This is exactly the type of guy that he would want, and he's looking for. It looks like the pick is in.
It looks like, is that Connor Riley over there?
Yeah,
that is. Yeah, he's making his way to the middle there.
So it looks like our dream of Matthew Golden and company is no longer there. Here's Roger to Goodell to give you the newest Dallas Cowboy at pick number 12.
With the 12th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Tyler Booker.
Let's go.
Alabama.
Here.
So it is a guy.
You've been on him from the very beginning.
Here.
Lombardi, I'll let you do the honors. The search committee wasn't out for very long to find Zach Martin's replacement at the right guard spot. They get Tyler Booker up front. And they've had some success drafting some Tylers in the past.
That is guard 1, 8th overall player on my board. Powerful as all get out. He's looking to finish. He's mean. He is physical. We should all get behind this pick. I understand wide receiver was something we was looking for, but you get to be mean and you get to be powerful. Jerry Jones mentioned this last week, man. Running back is cool, but when your offensive line is good, it helps the running back even more. Tyler Booker is looking to finish. He is looking to drive. He is looking to whoop people. He plays with fantastic leverage to be his size. And one thing I love, just me being a Cowboy fan, we're not talking to Cowboy fans, the one matchup you love is going against the Eagles. Jalen Walker is over there, and we have Tyler Smith. That's a powerful guy that can deal with a guy like that. He could deal with Jordan Davis's. Now you have a guard that's similar to that. So when you go against the Eagles, you're going against the Giants, the 49ers. If you run into the Vikings in the postseason, you have 2 guards and a powerful center. That's what's most important here. We don't have a center that's just going to stalemate. We don't have a left guard that's going to stalemate or a right guard. You got 3 people pushers in the middle. Let Dak Prescott deal with the edges. Let Terrence Steele and Tyler Guyton continue to work on that. You can use tight ends to help those guys. In the middle, there's not a bunch of help there. If you're in B-gap, you're one-on-one with this B-gap guy. You have 3 guards now. Well, BB's a center, but you got you got 3 players in that inside that can move bodies. Run game is about to be physical, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I just had a scout from one of the teams in the National Football League text me and said Booker was my favorite player in my area.
Wow. Mine too.
Scout, yeah.
Mine too, Scout.
Yeah.
Booker is, look, I think they had a lot of guys that were close here. I think what wins out for Booker is a lot of what Brian Schottenheimer's talked about.
Woolchuck, please say something, Woolchuck. I know you ain't on the clock right now, but please say something.
People mover. I'm down for it, boys. I'm here for this. I love Tyler Booker. Mean, nasty. I'm happy.
It's the third time in the last 4 years the Dallas Cowboys have taken an offensive lineman in the first round of the NFL draft, and just it so happens to be it's the third time in the last 4 drafts they've taken an offensive lineman with the first name Tyler. Tyler Smith, Tyler Guyton, now Tyler Booker up front, and that's what they're doing with this this overall pick. Now, there apparently, and this is coming from those within the building, Houston was the team that was on the clock.
Yeah.
Or that was on the phone.
Yeah.
Houston was the one that wanted to make the trade. Apparently, it was a low ball offer initially. Steven called back, wanted something more. Houston said no. So that's where the kind of breakdown happened from a trade scenario side. And they decided to stick and pick with the guy that they had very high on their board. We'll hear what, of course, the Jones family front office and everybody has to say when they get to that point later on. But you feel pretty good about it because they feel pretty good about it.
They feel like they're not guessing at all on this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
They feel like not only do they know exactly what he is. Look, the only question I think you can really have about Tyler Booker when you watch him on tape is it's literally just the athleticism.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you're somebody who wants a guard in this modern NFL to be able to, pull and get to the edge really quickly and get up to the second level with the best of them, yeah, that's not going to be him. But everything else checks the box. And for them, I think they look at it and say, we've got so many guys here that are graded similarly. Where are our tiebreakers?
Yeah.
And I think with their tiebreakers, it's we want to be better in the run game. We want to rebuild the trenches. And a big part of this is this guy is like all-world leadership football character. They don't have any sort of questions about the type of makeup that he has. He very famously, last summer at SEC Media Days, Saban had picked Georgia and Texas in the SEC title game.
Yeah.
And they asked Tyler Booker about it, and he said, he always said that some guy that lives in his mom's basement shouldn't determine how you feel, so I'm not going to let a guy who plays golf all day determine how I feel.
Talk to him.
And just flipped it around. And that's the kind of mentality you're getting. You're getting a captain. You're getting not just a guy who gets in the way when he's blocking. He's finishing every single time. He is a bulldozer. He is going to change the temperament and the makeup of the offensive line.
Versus dudes. Like he's whooping Georgia guys.
He's played
Ole Miss guys.
Bunch of big games.
Yeah.
A bunch of big games.
Mental processor.
Yeah.
You want to talk about on the twist, the stunts, and especially watch if you have access to tape, watch him play against Georgia. Watch the way he handles the late front, like the late shifts in the front that Kirby Smart loves to do. He handles that as well as just about anybody. He's got a handle on all that.
Yeah.
Picking up stunts and looking for work and finishing guys. Like he has it. And, Bobby, like you said, the only thing that, you can really worry about is like the lateral movement. So if he's not going to be the pull guy, let him be the pin guy. Let him be the block down guy. Let him focus on whooping and driving. And you have many athletic offensive linemen on your line right now. And I just think this is a damn slam dunk pick, man.
Yeah. Well, you look at it too, and this is the year in the offseason where you got to retire 2 of your legitimate Ring of Honor and possible Hall of Fame members off of your offensive line. Tyron Smith, Zach Martin are both retired. They're done. But now you get an opportunity to remake that offensive line, and you do it in 1 pick. Now you've got left tackle Tyler Guyton, left guard Tyler Smith, center Cooper Beebe, right guard Tyler Booker, right tackle Terrence Steele. I mean, you're looking at that starting 5, and you feel very confident about what you're going to put on the table moving forward. So, with all that being said, we've got some Miller Lite 50,
we can do this.
50-year cans. Yes, we can do this. We are actually encouraged to do this. So cheers the pick, everybody. Cheers to Miller Lite. Cheers to the draft. Cheers. It's Miller time. It's draft time. It's always time. Congratulations, Dallas Cowboys. You got yourself a people mover up front, and you've got yourself an offensive lineman to remake that front. Thank you, Zach Wolchuk, for running in the beers. We'll talk to Zach a little bit further down the line.
Kyle, please, may I ask a question?
Yes.
That's quick.
Of course.
Twitter
on the 20.
I imagine that there's going to be some Cowboy fans going, but all right, guys, what about wide receiver? Do you think that that's going to be the trade that Jerry was talking about a couple of days ago, that maybe that they feel like they're going to find a wide receiver somewhere? Let's get offensive line right now because we can't maybe find an offensive line like we can find a wide receiver?
Wide receiver or corner.
That would be the 2 that I would keep an eye on in terms of, Jerry said, what was the word he used? Substantive trades is what they're looking at.
Yep.
I think that's the 2 spots that you look at, and just because you want to go physical up front here, I think that with how much they like the running back depth, now this kind of shifts my attention around too. They've told us with this pick that they want to emphasize running the football and being physical up front. So they're going to find a guy here in the 2nd or 3rd round, I think, that matches that kind of play style in the backfield as a running back. That's just my 2 cents. That's what this pick tells me.